In the next two segments, we shall see how Hispanic colonists fight for American independence from Britain and then their own independence from Spain.
Here on the Gulf Coast of Texas lies the oldest deepwater port west of the Mississippi River. The Port of Galveston was founded in 1830, but its name goes back 45 years. In 1785, Hispanic surveyors named the bay and the island for Bernardo de Galvez, the Hispanic hero of the American Revolutionary War. Indeed, while the story of Lafayette and France's help in America's fight for freedom is well known, sadly, the equally heroic story of Galvez's brilliant generalship in the cause of American independence is barely known at all. Spain and Britain had been enemies dating back to the 16th century, when English privateers had attacked Spanish treasure ships returning from Mexico. Then in 1588, England defeated Spain's great invasion fleet, the Grand Armada. A series of battles and wars followed over the next 200 years, with England generally gaining the upper hand. In the last of these wars, the French and Indian War, Spain sided with France against Britain's American colonies. The two European powers lost what would be the decisive battle for North America. Spain, especially, lost her 250-year-old Florida territory to Britain. After that, Spain had been looking to even the score with her old enemy. The American Revolutionary War was just such an opportunity. Bernardo de Galvez was born to a noble family in Malaga, Spain, around 1746. Following in the footsteps of his father, at the age of 16, Galvez joined the army. By 1768, he made captain and was sent to Mexico, where he distinguished himself leading several major expeditions against the Apache, who were raiding Hispanic settlers in Sonora province. In 1772, he returned to Spain and was given the rank of colonel after the Battle of Algiers in 1775. In 1776, Galvez returned to North America, this time to New Orleans in the Louisiana Territory. Here, destiny would lead him to greatness. Late in 1776, at the age of 29, he was appointed governor. He immediately began trading with the fledgling United States, shipping tons of badly needed war supplies, arms, ammunition, military material, and money to General George Washington and the frontiersman George Rogers Clark. At the same time, Galvez strengthened Spain's presence at New Orleans by recruiting hundreds of refugees from the Canary Islands and providing them with land, cattle, and farming equipment. After France joined the Americans in their fight for freedom in 1778, Spain followed suit a year later. Galvez's reaction to Spain's declaration of war was instantaneous. Now leader of Spain's colonial forces in North America, Galvez raised an army, which included Creoles, Native Americans, and free blacks. 2 months later, Galvez was ready. He marched on the heavily fortified British garrisons at Baton Rouge and Natchez. A year later, he took Mobile, and a year after that, Pensacola in western Florida. In each case, Galvez's brilliant tactics allowed him to defeat stronger forces in entrenched positions. As a result of Galvez's triumphs, Britain's efforts against Washington's army, especially in the South, were greatly weakened. After George Washington's final victory at Yorktown in 1781, Galvez helped the American, French, and Spanish allies write the treaty, ending the war in 1783. As a result of Galvez's efforts, Spain regained Florida in 1784. And in 1785, Spain's King Carlos III rewarded Galvez by promoting him to Viceroy of New Spain. In addition, the American Congress cited Galvez for his aid during the war. However, perhaps because of his early death 2 years later at age 38, his and Hispanic Americans' contributions to the founding of the United States have largely been lost.